In this video, we'll look at the classification of the retail formats based on the merchandise that is offered. The first type is convenience stores. Now, this concept of convenience stores is not very, what do you say, not very visible in India. We can consider our Kirana stores as convenience stores, uh, but the definition wise, these are stores which are something which are located in residential areas, open for really long hours, 24 by 7, 7 days a week, and they offer a limited line of convenience products like egg, bread, milk, etc. And the store would have a size ranging from 3,000 to 8,000 square feet. You could even get your newspapers, tobacco products, soft drinks, magazines, etc. Abroad, these are called mom and pop stores, and we can equate our Kirana stores to be the Indian version of mom and pop stores, where you can just enter in and get whatever is basically needed. This really small, we say in local terms, it's also called as, I'm not getting the right word actually right now. Okay, forget it. It's basically Kirana stores. Okay. The next category is the conventional supermarkets. Okay. Wait, coming to that definition on convenience stores, we do have the classical definition of convenience stores. In the Indian context, we have it something called HP Speed Mart, which in certain cities are located in the petrol pumps, HP petrol pumps. This is now the HP petrol pump is open 24 by 7. So these small petrol pump, speed mart, HP speed mart are the ideal definition of a convenience stores. Abroad we have stores like 7-Eleven, which is the name of a store, which is nothing but mom and pop store. A conventional supermarket, generally to define as a conventional supermarket, the size of the store has to range from 8,000 to 20,000 square feet. They are really large, low cost, low margin, high volume. They achieve economies of scale. Self-service retailers designed to meet the needs of food, groceries, and other non-food items. Lance Fresh, Nilgiris, these are very classic example. Food Bazaar are all classic examples of the Indian supermarket chains. You also have something like Kroger, Safeway, Food World, Adani supermarkets. The next category is a combination store. A combination store is nothing but a what do you say? It's more of a again not something we get to see lot in India. It's a combination of supermarket and general merchandise sales in under one facilities. Okay, Walmart is the classical example, something which was planning to come to India, but most of the other uh, low retail operators opposed it. Walmart can also be classified under the hypermarkets. Okay, uh, we'll come to that concept again. Hypermarket, the concept, is also called like a super center. It is a format where you get everything. The very famous one down south and in the Gulf countries is something called Lulu Hypermarket, which is like a huge one-stop destination for everything. As we know it here in India, the popular one is Big Bazaar, and you also have the one which recently entered India. When I say recently, it has been quite a few years, but it entered after Big Bazaar is Spar Hypermarket. One look at the shop and you know you get everything there. Majorly, it's kind of not divided into only groceries. You get grocery, you get clothes, jewelry, cycles. Just think about any items, you have it there. So it's more like a park. It's more like a retail park with you may also have some cafeterias inside it, some restaurants inside it. So that's why it's huge. So the biggest you can think of is hypermarket in terms of the sizing. Also, you can look at the sizing mentioned here from 80,000 to 2,20,000 square feet, which is huge. Box store, now this is not really one of the classifications that we are looking at, but this is for your knowledge. A box store is something which is a food-based discounter that focuses on a small section of items, has a moderate working hours, few service and limited manufacturer brands are sold in this. Okay, one example is Audi. This is for your knowledge. Sears is another one. If you have relatives who live in abroad in US or UK, these are the one. These are the guys, or in Europe. They'll probably be able to tell you a lot more different classifications of stores because every store out there falls under one category. For our Indian context and our classification of retail formats, we have reduced it. But if you go on to classify stores, there are many set of stores that can be classified. Warehouse store is again a concept which is not there in India, not there right now in our classification or textbook classification of retail formats. This is again for your knowledge, where it is something you can directly, what do you say, a good amount of items are stored and you can purchase this directly from a warehouse. They use more like, I mean, I don't know how to explain it because I can't give you a practical example. You can see the picture here. Um, you'll get basically the items at a very wholesale discounted rates because they sell in volumes, and they're more like, customers enter in there, and they will take up the items what they want, pack it up and take it out. I'll see if I can get a video on warehouse stores to share it across with you all, to get an idea of how they function. The next set is a specialty store, the next type of retail format. The visuals itself will give you an idea. They specialize in selling one kind of product. Bata sells only shoes, and durable goods like furniture. You may have a furniture store, you may get into a consumer electronics store. They are more characterized by being more target consumer friendly. With when we remember we spoke about breadth and depth of product, here you will get the breadth and depth of product on a specific product category, whether it's jewelry stores, apparel stores, specific specialty stores by the name itself. Category killers. Now, how is category killers different from specialty stores? Now, specialty stores may be one or two different retail stores or retail chains which are selling a specific set of product. But these category killers are something which sell, like if you have Reebok, which sells. Reebok is a specialty store selling only one kind of sports shoes. You have Planet Sports, which is the multi-brand retailing store where all kinds of brands you can get under one umbrella. Planet Sports, you visit Planet Sports, you'll see you'll have Reebok there, you'll have Levi's there, you'll have Nike, you'll have Puma, you'll have any kind of shoes you want out there. Regardless of sports shoes, you'll also get formal shoes. So these category killers basically, customers would prefer this because I can go to one place and I can get all types of branded shoes here. Why should I visit a specific Reebok store? So these are like a competitor to the specialty store. Saris, Nalli saris, which is, I don't know if this is Chennai or because in Chennai there's something called Sarvana and Pothis where you have like everything being sold as sari shops, which are huge stores, like the size of a mall, is where only clothes, only one type of items are sold. Chroma is again a category killer when it comes to electronics, which sells all kinds of electronics, all brands under one umbrella. You get Lenovo, you get HP, you get, in terms of your laptops, in terms of your desktops, in terms of your mobile phones, you get all kinds of mobile phones in there. Crossword again is another category killer in terms of the uh, book category. The next set is a department store. Now, when I look at department store as such, these are more how do I put it? Okay, let me get you right way to actually explain what a department store is, so that you don't get confused with specialty as well as the other side. Sometimes, again, when I in the beginning when I explained about parameters used in a multitude of parameters and in a variation of each. So at the end of the day, you might see some connections between different types of stores. You'll be wondering why are they called differently, because they are just tinkering around with another parameter of the store classification. So, a traditional department store is a large retail unit with an extensive assortment of goods and services that is organized into separate departments for buying, promotion, customer service, and control. So, you'll find these in different malls like Shopper Stop, Lifestyle. Again, things which are selling multiple brands but under one umbrella. But you can also call them as category killers. I mean, I look at them also as category killers because merchandise quality may be moderate to quite good. Pricing also will vary from mm, from a mid range, from a low range to mid range to high range. So when I look at the definition of department store, it doesn't vary much in terms of the category killers to me. However, from a definition for well, as I said, US, UK, and Europe, these are where all these definitions started. And India, as it gets developed, you'll have all these categorizations also coming in place. Like department stores can be categorized as first tier, second tier, third tier, and each of these tiers. In examples are given. Even I don't know about these stores, but these examples are given so that for you to understand that there are such stores on the first tier which selling only upscale high fashion chains. You have retailers which are moderately priced or value based stores which can be classified again as first tier, second tier, and third tier stores. Again, the examples are given there. I don't know if you've heard of this. I've heard of Macy's and JC Penney's. Generally, you get to hear these when you actually watch these Hollywood movies. Types of merchandise retailers, as far as the next category is concerned, we look at the discount stores. Now, this is something we have in India. We have separate stores which are offers discount at all times. Walmart is an example abroad. In India also we have discount stores selling in high volumes, low cost, and the turnover is really large because you are getting items at a much lesser price. Okay, and products are sold by self-service. I can also look at you won't have anybody out there to help you out with the if you enter a Walmart, you won't have people out there coming and asking you what you want and they directing you. There are no salespersons out there. You just go, you pick up whatever you want, put it on your cart, come to the uh, outside counter and just check out. Self-service. We have in India something called Vishal Mega Mart, and we also have some other Mega Marts. I can't recollect the names right now. That's a full line discount store. The next one is the off price stores, off price chain stores. Uh, Basically, an off price chain features the brand name, sometimes designer labels of women wear, cosmetics. It could be in mostly in apparel services. They'll have a centralized checkout, no gift wrapping, charge for later alterations. I would not look at this as the clear definition for off price retailers. Basically, the merchandise is sold at cost lower than a retail store. Okay, the off-price retailer will purchase manufacturer seconds. Okay, uh, or off-seasons products and sell it to you at a very deep discount. The merchandise that is offered in these stores may be in odd sizes, colors may be unpopular, and there might be some minor defects into it. Here I'm getting the example right now. Pantaloon factory outlet. If you go to Pantaloon factory outlet, Levi's factory outlets, which is there in Bangalore, you will get to see such examples. These kind of stores may be part of a parent company, or they may be a kind of specialty store. The factory outlets, in case the manufacturer owns them, may stock only company merchandise. If it is see, brand factory, exactly. I just got the term I was looking at. Brand factory outlets, which will keep all kinds of brands. But you know that there is something wrong. There may be some kind of defect, not a very visible defect. You may not get the sizes that you want, but you get the if you get the kind of in these factory outlets, you will get the variety as well as cost that you're looking for, which you may not get. You may have to pay a little larger in the other in normal retail stores. So you can always visit an off-price retail store, check whether you have the item that you want. If you don't get it, go to the main store. The next one is variety store, dollar store. You have one like this in city center where you get any product, you enter in there, you pick up any product will be at a particular value. Like 99 store would offer all its merchandise at rupees 99 only. There's no bargaining required. You enter, if you enter the dollar store, every product out there will cost only $1. Uh, the next type is a factory outlet. We just spoke about this off-price stores. Factory outlets become off-price stores also. You can categorize them as separate factory outlets itself. Levi's factory, Pantaloon factory. Again, these are nothing but off-price retail stores itself. Sometimes even it gets confusing. Not confusing. It becomes too enormous for us also to understand there are different types of stores. But you need to understand that you remember one liner of each type of store. You know where you can fill that space into. A flea market. I don't know if you ever visited a flea market. It's there in Goa. I don't know any flea markets here in Bangalore. They are. It's held in Bangalore in Palace grounds. You can actually. They're like. It's called Soul Sante in Bangalore, where you go. It's a non-traditional style. It could be stadiums. It could be racetracks. Basically, on Palace grounds, it is held Soul Sante. You can bargain. You'll get a lot of these items which you wouldn't get normally. You'll get a lot of people who come and sell homemade jewelry, tribal jewelry, tribal bags. You'll have stuff which you wouldn't get otherwise, and it is very popular among foreign tourists who actually visit flea markets and like to get a good bargain in flea markets. We look at the next concept of non-store retailing in the next video.